सतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय.
Hello my dear students, in our previous session we have discussed about first order landforms, second order landforms, third order landforms. Later we completed that how the internal forces led for the formation of sea floor spreading or another various landforms. In our previous session we have started internal process. Certain internal changes or endogenic changes also will happen interior of the earth. We have successfully completed that how drama at margins will happen, how new landforms or mountains will form. Yesterday we have done in our previous session Indian plate and Eurasian plate, both they converge and formed Himalayas. Let's see today certain another internal actions or endogenic actions. Internal actions, endogenic actions. You see, now I am moving my hands here and there. The movement was very fast. Now I am moving. My movement was very fast, but the movement inside of the earth will be very slow. Very slow. Example, slow movement. Okay. Slow movement of the crust or slow movement of earth. Slow movement of the earth. It leads to formation of crust. Formation of crust. Sir, how sir? How the slow movement can form a crust, new crust? Let's see again. So I want to clarify you what will happen the slow movement, how the landform or how the crust will form due to this slow movement later, and also we can discuss that sudden movement of the earth. Sudden movement of the earth. You know that how sir, how the earth will move sudden? This sudden movement, sometimes dramatic volcanoes will be erupt. Dramatically volcanoes will be erupted due to the sudden movement of the mantle or sudden changes inside of the earth. Eruption of volcanoes. Eruption of volcanoes. Eruption of volcanoes. Example of eruption of volcanoes. You see, I want to give example. Slow movement crust is yesterday in our previous session. We have discussed that Himalayas were formed slowly when both plates came together. Himalayas were formed. Then sudden movement, the things which are changing inside, suddenly what will happen? Volcanoes will be erupt. Volcanoes will be come up. Sometimes this sudden movement will be destructive. This sudden movement will be destructive. Destructive means it may cause lot of damages. Suddenly the earth will move. What happened? Earthquake will come. Suddenly the lava come up. What will happen? Whenever the lava come up, so many places nearby the volcanoes places there are dangerous gases, ash, smoke, dust, lava may flow into the villages that people may die. If the lava erupt in the jungle or in the deep forest, animals may die. So this sudden movement may be destructive, but slow movement of the earth will be formation of the crust. Sudden movement of the earth or inside can be useful, but it will take a lot of time for the useful. So I am discussing about that volcanoes. Sudden movement, how sir? Volcanoes. What are volcanoes? What are volcanoes? Volcanoes are actually two types. One is active volcano and one more is dormant volcano. One is active and one more is dormant. Active means which frequently erupt, which frequently very active. Active means the volcano which erupt the lava frequently. Okay. Dormant, it can also can erupt, but very less when compared to active. Volcanoes. Sir, actually what is the meaning of the volcano? What is the meaning of the volcano? Volcanoes are places where the molten material from mantle erupt. Okay, this is example. This is a mountain. From this mountain, okay, yeah, this is a mountain. This hole is called as where the lava come up, lava pours from this hole. Okay, this is called as crater. This is called as crater. Mainly from this crater, from this vent or from this hole, the lava erupt on the lava may flow on the earth surface. Then what are these small ones? Small vents. Sometimes from this side also the lava may erupt. So what are volcanoes? Volcanoes are places where the molten material from the mantle erupt. This is the mantle. This is the mantle. So the lava, this is we call as magma. Whenever the molten material inside, it is we call magma. Whenever the molten material came up on the land, it is called as lava. Molten material, it is there in the mantle, it will called as magma. When it will come up on the floor of the earth, it can be called as lava. So volcanoes are places where molten material erupt from the mantle. So this is the meaning of the volcano. Sir, when volcano erupt, what will come? When volcano erupt, we steam, ash, dust, okay, gases, dangerous gases, carbon dioxide, okay, this completely spread into the atmosphere. Smoke. Smoke also will come from the volcano. Okay, next step. Whenever lava, this is mountain or volcano, lava coming and flowing on the earth surface. Lava flowing on the earth surface from here, lava was flown. This is lava. This lava became cool. The molten material, this is what? Molten material. This molten material, whenever the lava pours or whenever the molten material flow on the earth surface, it will become cool. Some days after, it will become cool. Whenever it will become cool, it called as igneous rocks. These are called as igneous rocks. Yeah, the rocks which become like stones from the molten material which became very cool. Molten material, I repeat, molten material cool and form hard rocks. These are called as igneous rocks. Whatever rocks in your surroundings you find, whatever rocks in your surroundings you find, these rocks are igneous rocks. How these rocks were formed? These lava, whenever they pour onto the earth, it became very cool and they formed as igneous rocks. I hope you understand. Yeah. Sometimes, next let's see intrusive landforms. Intrusive landforms. Yeah, intrusive landform. What are intrusive landform? Sometimes the lava may not reach to the surface. I repeat, the lava is here only there. The lava was there in the mountain. The lava stagnated. The lava completely stored in the mountain. Okay. This landform. So whenever the days are going on, years passing, sometimes this mountain will become this mountain will be, the height of the mountain will be decreases. Height of the mountain will be decreases. So these are, whenever they are the inside, these are called as intrusive landforms. I repeat, sometimes lava may not reach to the surface. Lava may not reach to the surface. Okay, it will become cool. It will become cool under the mountain. It will become cool under the mountain, and some years after it may come up. Sometimes it may come up. These rocks, these also formed rocks. These are called as intrusive landforms. Next, let's see extrusive landform. Extrusive landforms. Whenever the lava pours onto the surface, this is lava pours on the earth surface. So this is called as extrusive landforms. What is the meaning of the extrusive landform? Whenever the lava flows, lava sometimes it flows to the many kilometers. Okay, so that's what these are formed as a landform. New landform will form. So in these landforms, igneous rocks will be there. The stone, very hard and thick, hard and strong stones will be there. No? So these stones are called as igneous rocks. Lava inside storage means intrusive landform. The lava came up and formed lava came up on the earth's surface. It will become a extrusive landform. Next example. You see, sometimes lava may not flow only on this vent. Okay, there are some certain subsidiary vents also will be there. Okay, sometimes the lava may also come from this area. Lava sometimes, these are called as secondary vents or secondary craters. Main thing, most of the lava will come from this hole, crater. But small holes, whatever the small holes are there, from the small holes also this lava may erupt. These also can be called as fissures. These are also called as fissures. I repeat, these are called as fissures. Some of the lava came from the fissures on the earth. From it may be flow. So this is how most of the volcanoes will be erupt and they form igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are part of the extrusive landforms. I repeat, whenever the extrusive landforms formed, these are part. Igneous rocks also formed. I repeat, igneous rocks and extrusive landforms are in the same. Okay, in the extrusive landforms, igneous, from the extrusive landforms, igneous rocks will be formed. Let us see certain important volcanoes, whatever they given in our textbook. In our textbook, they have mentioned few important volcanoes. Let's see certain important volcanoes. Example, first one, Stromboli. Stromboli. Stromboli is volcano name. Where is Stromboli? Stromboli located in the Sicily. Sir, where is Sicily? Near Italy. Near Italy. It is located in the Mediterranean Sea. Stromboli. It is located in the Sicily island. Sicily is a island. It is related to Italy in the Mediterranean Sea. If you find certain islands, you will find Sicily island. Okay. Next, the second one is Mount Pelee. Mount Pelee. Another important mountain, Mount Pelee. It is located in West Indies. It is located in the West Indies. You know, Chris Gayle, Sunil Narayan. Okay, West Indies. Third one. Third one is Mount Vesuvius. Mount Vesuvius. Mount Vesuvius is located in Italy. Italy. You know the Italy capital city, Rome. Next, fourth one is Fujiyama. Fujiyama located in Japan. Japan capital city, that you know that, Tokyo. Fifth one is Cotopaxi, Ecuador. Cotopaxi, Ecuador. Ecuador capital city Quito. Ecuador capital city Quito. Then Mayan, Philippines. Philippines capital city Manila. Manila. Next Tanzania. Sorry, Kilimanjaro. One song also there. Kilimanjaro, one song is there. Rajinikanth song. It is located in Tanzania. Eighth one, the important thing is in our India also two important volcanoes are there. Sir, really? Yes. In our India, two important volcanoes are there. One is Barren. And second one is Narcondam. Barren, Narcondam. So Barren is active volcano. Yeah, why I gave star here? It is active volcano. It is frequently erupt. And this is also India, but it is dormant volcano. So these are the important volcanoes. Volcanoes are two types. Active means which frequently erupts. Dormant, they have a features like active volcano, but they did not erupt frequently. Okay, very rare they erupt. Next, once you observe map, most of the volcanoes are located in the Pacific Ocean region. Most of the volcanoes. Sir, most of the volcanoes means how many volcanoes? 3/4 of the volcanoes in the world. 3/4 of the volcanoes in the world, they are located in the Pacific Ocean region. Hence these are called as Pacific Rim of Fire. Pacific Rim of Fire. Yeah. So what is the meaning of the Pacific Rim of Fire? Because most of the volcanoes are located, surrounded in the Pacific Ocean region. Hence we are calling as Pacific Ocean as Ring of Fire. It is Ring of Fire. So till now, in our previous session until now, we have discussing that about internal changes which were usually happening inside of the earth or endogenic forces. Whatever the things happening in the inside of the earth we discussed. Now let us see outside or exogenic or external process. Exogenic or external process. Let's see once. External process. Till now we discussed about internal process which is going inside. But now external process means outside. Outside or on the earth. Outside or on the earth. What are the changes outside or on the earth? These are also called as exogenic process. Exogenic process. These are the same. Sir, what are these? Usually, see children, we saw so many processes in our surroundings. So many mountains are there, valleys are there, plains are there, plateaus are there. These all are formed due to the external forces. These forces were wind and water. Wind and water is very, very important. Can you give example of external process? How the landforms will be changed? Landforms will be changed due to the two factors. One is wind and water. I want you to tell you now. Example: mountains, plains, plateaus. They are changing through the erosion cycle. For example, yesterday we discussed that mountain is there. This mountain, day by day the height will be decreased. Day by day this height will be decreased. Sir, how sir? Whenever rainfall occurs, stones come down. Clay, mud, these also come down. Trees fell. Landslide, sometimes landslide. Suddenly the land will be slide. Land will be come down. So this is due to the wind and water. So which are responsible for this? Yesterday we have discussed that we discussed about weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition. These all are called as denudation. Denudation. So I want to give you a proper meaning for erosion cycle. Erosion cycle or geomorphic cycle. Geomorphic cycle. Sir, what is geomorphic cycle? What is erosion cycle? Simple. Mountains, plains, plateaus keep on changing through wind and water. This is called as erosion cycle or geomorphic cycle. Erosion cycle or geomorphic cycle. Let's see. I want to ask question, how rocks formed? How rocks formed? Yeah, once you recall how rocks formed. Once you recall your previous session, how the rocks are formed. You know that rocks are formed when the molten material came up. The lava came up, magma came up and it was poured on the earth. These became stones. Same. Now, would you be able to give the answer? Rocks are formed when the lava came and poured on the earth's surface. So, in this process, rocks are formed. Okay, molten material came from mantle, pours on earth's surface. So, the rocks are formed. They may ask question 1 mark or 2 mark questions. Next, see, over million years have been shaped into the valleys and plains. Example, just I said to you, here this mountain is there and one more mountain is there. In between two mountains there was a rainfall, heavy rainfall was occurred. Whenever the rainfall occurs here, the V-shaped valley was formed. V-shaped valley means this river, it cut the mountain. It cut the mountain gap. Then it will be what shape? V-shape. So it is called as V-shaped valley. V-shaped valley. So who cut? You or me? That was wind and water. Water was cut. Water act as a erosion. Water was act as a sandpaper and it was cut. Okay. If, for example, the water was moving from this side, here it will be cut. It will be cut. So through this process, it is not a 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It will take million years for the erosion activity. It will take million years to form plains. It will to form plains, to become valleys, to become plateaus. It will take lot of years, not single day, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years. It will take lot of time. Let's once recall our yesterday topic, our previous topic, weathering. Let's recall again, weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition. These all called as what? Denudation. So weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition. These four activities are going at the same time. These four activities are going at a same time. I want to discuss what are weathering. Weathering means disintegration of stones. Disintegration of stones. Breaking of stones into pieces. Breaking of stone into pieces. Sir, yesterday we discussed that. Yeah, stones are there on the mountain. These are all the stones. These all stones sometime it will become brittle. Some cracks may occur. Sir, why sir? Due to the heat and due to the cold conditions, certain brittle will form, cracks will be formed. In the crack, air will enter, water also enter, finally it will be breaks. Okay, so that is called as weathering. Okay, and also we can discuss that, we discussed in the previous session, rock size or on the rock surface, the color will be different, the texture will be different. Inside of the rock, the color will be different because of the erosion activity or chemical activity due to the wind and water. Next, erosion. What is erosion? Wind and water. Wind and water. Wind and water, they act as a sandpaper. They act as a sandpaper. Whenever heavy rainfall occurs, the clay which is there, the clay will be moved another side. This is because of the water. Then the wind, sometimes we may face dust problem in our eyes. Why? Because of the wind. And desert, in the desert areas, birchens or the small sand hills will be shifted one place to another place. So the wind also acts as a sandpaper. Wind also erodes some material. I repeat, wind also erodes some material. Wind also erodes the stone. Wind also erodes the stone. Wind also acts as a sandpaper. Okay? Like, can you give examples like okay, water means flow. And wind means speed winds. Whenever speed winds will come, okay, or we can say that gusts, cyclones, windstorms, also called as storms. In Dubai, Saudi Arabia, it's good, very great, beautiful buildings will be there. These all buildings were made with the glass. Whenever the wind storm will be desert storms or wind storm will hit the building, most of the cracks on the glasses they find. Cracks or certain lines, different lines on the glasses we may find. So this is erosion. Transportation means what? Yesterday we have discussed it. Transportation means weathering, erosion, transportation, deposition. These all are simultaneously took place. Transportation means the material they move from one place to another place. Sir, what material will move, sir? Materials like rocks, they move, gravel, sand, clay, mud. For example, here rainfall. Whenever the rainfall occurs, wherever the river or wherever the flow is going on, then it will go along with the flow, and finally it will be deposited here. Sir, why it is depositing here? Because here the water has a lot of force. But after some distance, after 10, 15, 100 kilometers after, the water do not have force to carry this material. Then finally it will deposit there. Then due to this deposition, plains are formed. How the plains are formed? Plains are formed due to the deposition. See, example. Let's take the Godavari river. See, India map, this is Godavari river. Godavari river originated in this place. It is Bay of Bengal. So when it was started, so many tributaries will be, small rivers, channels, these all merged into Godavari river. Then Godavari river, whenever it is draining into Bay of Bengal, it will deposit the material here. This is we called as plain. And here deltas also formed. It is like how triangle shape, and this is we called as deltas. Now, how the deltas and plains are formed? Deltas and plains are formed due to the deposition. Sir, where this deposition came? The deposition came from weathering, erosion, transportation. These three. Then finally what happened? Finally it was deposited there. Sir, why it was deposited there only? At the sea, mouth of the sea? Because the river don't have energy, don't have force to take this material into the ocean, and finally it will be dumped here. So plains or river basins, plains are formed in this ways. Rivers deposits most of the gravel, clay, mud, sand, everything, alluvium on the seabed. Here will be deposits. So This whenever the deposits, whenever the rivers deposits, certain stones also it will bring. Whenever the river is flowing here, the river was flowing. Whenever the river flowing, whenever the river has a lot of force, very speed, so small stones also it will carry. So these stones are called as sedimentary deposits. Sedimentary deposits. Sedimentary deposits. So students, so these are the external process of wind and water. In this session we have done. Let's see in another topic about sea cliff, bay, and cavities. These things we'll learn in our next session. I hope you understand. Thank you.